Hello everyone and welcome to Speaking English with Sarah. You have probably been asked, how are you? Or you have been in a situation or a scenario where you definitely have to be asking, how are you? However, I kind of find the how are you question a little boring, and today I want to share a few alternatives to the question, how are you? These alternatives are casual, informal, others are formal, and definitely the fun ones. The first alternative to how are you in a casual setting is how are things, or you can say how's things. How's things is more American oriented. When you ask how are things, you're basically asking for an update of maybe your marriage, school, homework, generally everything. You're not necessarily zeroing down to a specific thing. So the next time you see a friend, probably you can say, how's things? Or how are things? The next alternative is, what's going on? What's going on? That's really American, mostly used by Americans. What's going on? Instead of asking your friend, how are you? You can say, what's going on? Or you can say, what's new? What's new? Now, what's new? You're asking for updates. Anything new? The last time you met this friend, probably they were looking for a job and you're checking what's new. Have you got a job? Did you actually succeed in whatever it is that you are working on? You're asking for a new update. Now you need to know that in this context of what's new, you are talking to someone that you usually talk to, and you're just specifically asking them to update you on the latest of whatever it is that is in their life. Now the next alternatives are mainly used in the customer oriented setting. How's your day been? Or how's your day going? Ever wondered why customer service agents usually ask such a question? Well, everyone seems to want to know how your day is just because they are offering you a service. So the next time you walk into a shop and you're asked, how's your day been? Or how's your day going? Definitely know that they are asking you, how are you? Now this one is a bit interesting for me, because when someone asks this, they really don't care about you. They just want to be courteous, polite, and sound friendly, but not really care. That is, are you all right? Are you all right? So the next time someone says, are you all right? Please don't prepare to pull out all your problems and express them. They're just being nice in a polite way. Some of the formal ways to ask how are you can be, how do you do? You are at a shoe store and you're probably waiting for the customer service agent to come and serve you, and you're seated next to a gentleman and you don't want to sound rude or selfish. You are going to say, how do you do? How do you do is used when talking to someone you barely know. You really don't know much about them. How do you do? The next one is a bit interesting, mainly used by the British, and when you want to sound posh and highly sophisticated. Are you well? Are you well? Or you can say, how do you fare? How do you fare? Or how are you faring? How are you faring? If you want to sound really highly sophisticated, the next time you are in a formal setting, you can say, how do you fare? Or how are you faring? You are in a workspace and your boss or line manager wants to get an update on a certain project that he has assigned to you. The best way to ask is, how are things coming along? Or how is everything coming together? These are actually alternatives to how are you. So the next time he shoots the question, how are things coming along? Definitely He's trying to ask, how are you doing in relation to that project that I gave you? You could probably be preparing to go and hang out with your friends, and the first question you're going to ask is, how are you guys? You can brush that off and instead say, howdy. Howdy. Howdy is really American, but it's okay for you to use it. Or you can say, how's tricks? How's tricks? Yep. And definitely I cannot close this broadcast without giving you this last one. What's kicking? What's kicking? Now, those specific alternatives that I have just shared are more appropriate around fun friends. Fun friends. Well, that's what I had for you today. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on the bell notification for more of Speaking English with Sarah content. See you in the next video.